What's up, guys? I'm here with Faltacunlimited. It is a gloomy, humid, wet, hot, gross day here in New Hampshire with scattered thunderstorms, so that's the only good part. But I have an order for a custom image, left-hand, pancake style OWB for a P80 with a threaded barrel. And that is it. So this is kind of, again, back to basics, but with sublimation. So let's sub it. So I already went ahead, covered the rail. I got schmutz on my head. Already went ahead, covered the rail. I have the suppressor height on, and obviously we have the threaded barrel on. And I already went ahead, and customer sent me the image, so here it is right here. And it looks like the radiation symbol is partially yellow, so we're going to be printing it on this yellow from Knife Kits. It's toxic yellow. There we go. So, fitting. So we're going to put that on here, and what I did is I measured pretty much the distance from, where it's going to be, and that's going to fit right in there. So I'm not worried about it whatsoever, as long as I place it right the first time. And so, yeah. Now, we got to finish blocking this. We have to put the slide release on it, but that's pretty much it, other than the retention plate. So let's get to that. Now with P80s, there's a couple things you can do if you want. You can fill this in so it's straight. You don't have to, but you can. It'll still work with or without that. And then this multi-mold is pretty well. This is an On Target, which is made by Multi-Molds. So I'm not too worried about it whatsoever. We're going to keep it just how it is. This right here, these gas pedals that are built into the frame, those are covered with a tape. But you'll still see that indentation, but it's not going to be as dramatic. So those will help with retention, but they're not going to be, oh my God, I need to block them out. But if you feel better for it or with it, you can take some steel stick and make that smooth. That's absolutely perfectly fine. You can. I've never had to with the way I do it. Obviously, we got the rail cover, so all I need is my 5 layers of tape on both sides. Then we need to block that right there, which is a slide release. And then because we're doing an outside the waistband pancake style, our retention plate only needs to come out to here. We don't need to go down this way. We're just going to come straight down right there. So, I mean, we can go up like that as well. But we'll see. Maybe we'll do that, so maybe it'll look cleaner. But we'll come out straight and then over. So So we know our blocking needs to be right there, as you can see. So this is going to sit right here, but if you notice, it's got that little bit of a wobble. So I'm going to put something underneath to hold that up. And there we go. This blocking is going to allow the holster to have the channel for the slide catch. All right, and it's left side, or left-handed. So the custom print is going to be going right here, and then the back side is going to be black. So this is going to look pretty good. All right, so I'm going to go see, actually, I'm just going to make one. I'm going to make the retention plate. Maybe I have a piece of scrap. I actually do. Hell yeah. All right. I'll do this right here. Let's see here. right? And that is what I'm cutting. Thing you need to keep in mind is when you do sublimation on foam, it sucks. Now that process, it's heat transfer ink. So what's hot? The foam's hot. What's hot? The Kydex is hot. That ink is still transferable. So you're going to get ink transferred onto your foam like that. Now, if you have ink that's transferred onto your foam and you go to press a clean piece of light colored Kydex, it's going to transfer again. So be prepared to replace your foam. So, because I got a lot, and this is all, a lot of these are crap, but I just keep them because, you know, I use them for like knee pads and stuff like that. But anyways, but I'll go through them and I'll flip them over and get my money's worth out of them, because I think they're like $32 for a set. So, but as you can see, this is the back side with a topographic, and this one's slightly faded, but with what we're doing, it's not going to show up. So I'm going to go ahead, cut the piece of yellow. I'm going to get that going. But first, what I'm going to do is, because I have to use two different heat presses, is it's going to go in this one with the custom image, and then black's going to go in that one. So this one is going to be like 380 seconds for, or 390 degrees for about 380 seconds, 400 seconds in that area. And this one's just going to be 380 for 160. So I'm going to start this one first, and then once this one hits 160, I'm going to go ahead and do that one. That way, both of them are done at the same time. It's the same as cooking. Everything's done at the same time. And please, please remember, folks, that every heat press is different. So what works on my heat press may be completely different than your heat press. You might have to run it at 380 for 100 seconds. Take scrap pieces of light colored Kydex and test them out. Because if you go for too long, the paper's going to stick and melt to it and you ain't getting it off. So you have to find the sweet spot on your press. All right, that's in the press, and the print looks freaking awesome. I'm so glad I did it on Toxic Yellow. But while that's in the press, I'm going to continue drilling and cutting these out to the rough shape. That way I can get a giant pile for, like I got going on here, which is about half of them, for the router. And then all it is buff, bend, and then off to the store they go. So I've done about half. So here's the other half. And again, while that's cooling down, I got some time. I'm going to go ahead and knock some of this out. Apparently I didn't hit record, but this is where we're at right now. I went ahead, traced it on the back side, opened it up. I added the eyelets on the suppressor height sight side, and then traced it out how I wanted to do, added my retention, and now I'm ready to set the eyelets on the trigger side, and then I can do a full cut on the bandsaw. So again, that's what it looks like. It looks pretty badass. You know, making a holster is like watching a child grow up. God, that looks great. So next step is I'm just going to go ahead, clean the edges, round everything out, and then we got to bend the wings. But oh my God, is that looking beautiful? I am digging it. Absolutely. Now the only thing we have left to do on this beautiful holster is we're going to cut the P-style loops. I never do them. You see this in other videos. I never put them on like this. I always cut a 45 in there. So I'm going to knock those out, and we're going to mount them up and ship it. Should be fun. Luckily, this part is pretty quick and easy. I'm just going to go ahead and throw our 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch. Come on. There we go. Get some magic blue juice on here. And make sure you have it on the right side. The angle goes towards the inside. And like always, get the first one started, move on to the next one, and then tighten it down once all the hardware is in. All right, that looks killer. Well, this holster came out absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely love the way the print came out, and this toxic yellow is absolutely gorgeous. So no complaints. Left hand outside the waistband for the P80 Glock 19 style, and that is a wrap for this order. So now I actually have to work overnight out of town tonight. It's Thursday, so I'll be doing that and then back in the shop tomorrow for a gun show this weekend. So I'm going to be prepping tomorrow. I have 4 or 5 holsters to make for that show for people that ordered at the last show. They asked them to pick them up at this show, so I'm going to knock that out and just keep on running. So I got orders left and right. I'm still knocking them out. I appreciate all you guys and the patience, and thank you guys for watching. Huge shout out to Holstersmith and KnifeKits.com. They provide everything you see in these videos, and you too can get them if you'd like. So on that note, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.